I'm scared to watch this back and hear my own voice.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to editing this.
Oh, should I actually just only play Fuse because you put my picture on Fuse? Should
In
I
that
only
case, I
just
mean,
troll and only play Fuse?
hold on, let me switch over to Mirage then. All right, so we are live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Very pleased to announce a new segment that will take place on my channel. We'll be hosting digital interviews with musicians and bands while playing some of their favorite games. And to start off the brand new segment, I couldn't have asked for a better band. Um, Coming off the release of their brand new EP, Songs of Sorrow, streaming on all platforms, I would like to welcome Willow Ringy and James Hero of No Soul.
How's it going?
Hello, all.
We're going.
Um, First of all, I appreciate you guys coming joining me tonight.
Yeah, no problem.
And for sanity's sake, I'm gonna try to bounce between like general broad questions for the band and then super specific questions for each of you individually, just so that like I'm not like bombarding you guys when we're trying to also win a game.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll see how it works. We'll
It's gonna
see.
happen. I can feel it.
We'll maybe get one in there.
Yeah.
Except for my Y
We'll
button is
see.
sticking so hard.
I played with the controller earlier that you're using, and it is not good. But we'll try.
All right. So I mean, I guess we'll start with a super broad question. Being able to view how passionate both of you are about music, what is No Soul to each of you? Is it a project? Is it a hobby? Is it a career? Like, what do you see No Soul as for each of you?
Well, James, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I think you can take that one first. I kind of need to think about it more.
For me, No Soul is my baby. To be honest, it was the first serious music project that I ever had had the opportunity to actually get going. Um, and it's an entity. It's just kind of there, and it puts stuff out when it wants.
Gotcha. So, I like
Well, I
this
mean,
usage
I
of
cannot be
baby
Jump
there.
Master.
So,
for right now, yeah. I feel a similar way. It's kind of just an entity of its own at this point because we're kind of not at the moment doing shows, but we'll see where that goes. We're working on some stuff in the background right now, and we just barely put this out after
It
um
was
like a
what was it?
year.
It
Yeah.
was more. It was a little more than a year,
It
but
was a little more than a year of us. We right when we released the album, we immediately started working on new music. It's gonna get hard to keep answering questions in a moment here, but
that's all right. So I say so. Both of you are in
I
the same boat. Like
yeah,
it's
I
really
would
is like a very serious. Like I mean, it is a serious project. I mean, you guys are amazing, and you put out some really quality music. So I get it. It is a baby. It's your own. Like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just it's always good to see when there's support for something that you enjoy doing and you put so much time and effort into. And we can definitely tell that you guys put a lot of time and effort into your work, into your passion. So
oh definitely just even writing that stuff just it's not that it takes forever in a bad way, but it does take a
it does take
long
forever.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
not
does it
necessarily
does
in a
take a
bad way, but
while.
yeah, it's a lot of process, but it's definitely worth
There's
it.
people over here. I've got a purple shield for somebody.
I
They
am
want
on
it.
it right here.
Take that.
Oh no.
Oh,
it's
you're
okay.
good.
It's okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, going off that though, like kind of going off the whole idea, like this is. I mean,
Oh,
Willow.
another one.
This one, I guess, is really for you. No Soul as a band was officially formed in the spring of 2016, but you actually formed the band prior to that, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, in a sense, basically, I mean, in reality, there were like three different bands, but because there's so few people here, it was mostly the same people every time the project name changed and it stylistically changed, but it was never serious. We were also super young. I panicked right there.
Oh no, you're good. There's a
Yeah, no,
lot
no,
going
no.
on right now.
We were super young. So in 2016 was when James ended up joining the band, and at that point Cody was playing drums, and we had a different vocalist who never recorded anything with us or anything like that. But
Gotcha.
things switched around, and 2016 was definitely when it became a serious project. I remember literally like almost every single day we were after we got done school because we were still in school, fucking uh, just writing shit,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what our sound would be.
Gotcha. And I mean, like, you had mentioned like you had gone through a couple different member changes and some that didn't even have recording. So, if I remember correctly, James, you actually were approached first not to be part of the band, but was it for the artwork for the band?
Yeah,
It was
for
for a
the initial
logo.
logo. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
then,
I was just kind of like, yeah, this is cool. I was in. Oh, I might be dead here.
Yeah, I thought I was just about to die
Um,
myself.
I was working on a lot of digital art stuff, so I was just approached, and I was like, yeah, of course.
okay.
I just
Did
completely
you
shit
wipe
on
that
them.
team?
Yeah, I did. Uh, but yeah, I was just working on a lot of digital art stuff at that point in time. Still am. And yeah, of course, I'm gonna take any work I can get. I think it was like $20.
It was 20
20
bucks.
bucks you gave me. Yeah.
Did I ever give it to you?
I don't remember. Maybe the trade was that I could play bass.
Yeah.
I was originally the bassist for like maybe a month, but the second that I was offered to go to a rehearsal, I was immediately like, I don't know what happened, but for some reason in my brain, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the vocalist of this band. I don't know what happened. I don't know if that's just me being like, uh, is conceited the word? I don't know, but that's kind of how
Yeah.
it happened. I was immediately like, yeah, I'm gonna be the vocalist. Like,
Well, I mean, I know from my perspective, I'm very glad that that decision was made because I mean, I've enjoyed everything you guys have put out. So, but um, yeah, I mean, that
well, I thank you for that. I mean, I'm glad that it's appreciated.
Yes. Yeah.
Obviously, any form of like appreciation we get is always just great to hear because we put like a lot of ourselves into it, especially this like newer stuff that we're doing now. So
sure, sure. So I guess James, for you then, when you say like you just knew, okay, I'm gonna be the vocalist for this band, were you considering doing vocals in general before even being asked about No Soul? Were
oh
you
yeah, oh yeah, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, you
I thought it
knew
was
how to
awesome.
do
Yeah,
vocals long before you were a part of the band.
yeah. And I would like sit at home after school and just like plug my headphones in and turn music up and just like sound like an idiot for hours on end. It's great.
Gotcha. Cool, cool. So kind of going into the band itself now, to date on all streaming platforms, you have two EPs out right now, technically, which is Open Me, released August 11th, 2020, and Songs of Sorrow was released December 21st, 2021. However, some people, such as myself, distinctly remember your hidden first EP, Head Trauma.
Yes. Yes.
Now,
Yeah. There was a lot of head trauma involved writing that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say that one was released in October 9th of 2017. And unless you know how to look for it, it's almost impossible to find it right now.
Yeah, that was
Thankfully.
only recently that happened. But yeah, that was a decision we made
That's
in the
that's
not
what I
so
was
distant
wondering.
past.
I would say that's
Well,
what I was wondering. I wasn't sure if you had purposely taken it down or you just were looking at it. We're like, you know what? I don't want to keep this out for.
Well, I think the main issue that I not from the beginning of when we got it back, or when we were recording it, or when we were writing it, but like later on, because before we did that, we were just doing like demos with literal blankets like put up in
In
Will's
my bedroom.
Yeah, and it like that wasn't great. It was cool to do, but
Some of those demos still exist on SoundCloud.
some of those do exist on SoundCloud. Feel free to go and look for them.
Okay, all right.
Whatever.
Cool.
But no, it just kind of like sunk in later that like we got completely screwed by the guy that recorded it. Not to like it wasn't his like genre of mixing.
Yeah,
or
it certainly wasn't
recording.
his forte.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
So-
know.
Yeah, so kind of like in a way, it just, not that you're not proud of what you've done, because you should always be. We got guys over here, by the way.
Yeah.
Not that you shouldn't be proud of what you've done, but like it's not something you want kind of out
it's
there as
the
like
one.
something you want people like you wouldn't actively say, hey, if you like our sound, go listen to EP number 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
But
obviously.
definitely, it's not like completely non-existent. Like that, it is still like it's just kind of hidden. But
I know it's still on
Definitely.
your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Gibraltar's down in here, and you got I think it's a Wraith as well.
there's
Yeah.
another team coming.
I'm gonna try and figure this out. There's one on the right here. Just quarterback. Oh.
All right, I'm going to give a shout out to Rod6. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat
I'm
now.
so
I'm
bad.
not trying to ignore you, chat. I promise.
No.
I'm so
Rod,
bad.
hi.
Yeah.
And oh, damn. Okay, I blame myself there. I rushed that team.
Oh no worries. We can have a moment to rest right there.
Yes, yeah.
Oh boy.
From Ravy, I'm sorry, Harley. Harley would like you guys to go play her birthday show. It's in Houston, Texas, and it's in May. So,
Hey.
yeah.
I know Will likes it out there.
I've never been to Texas, only Arizona.
Well, the
but
South, yeah, nice and warm.
Beautiful. I absolutely loved it.
So yeah, I mean, there's some options there. I know she's trying to get Escape the Fate, and a couple other bands are supposed to maybe make an appearance. So,
Ooh.
and
okay.
and Kid 6. So
Well, scheduling is a minor issue, right?
Yeah.
But May is
We would love
May
to,
is kind
but
of out
no
there,
promises.
But, you know,
yep,
it
I
would be
believe
definitely cool to do. It
I
would
believe-
be really cool to go to Texas. So.
I believe her birthday show she's planning on doing May 10th. It's a Saturday, so.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. All right. Well, this is significantly like even more difficult than originally thought with having to play a game and interview.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, this
let's,
game is a little intense
so
sometimes.
intensive. I just completely go silent. Like I if I'm talking and I'm not just like in there, it's really hard to focus on everything going around. We got third party by like 2 different squads there, by the way.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was. I was being chased. That much I know.
So I mean, why don't we take a break here in the lobby and we can get just a couple more questions off and then hop back into it then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So now let's go kind of into the sound of No Soul. With each of your releases, you guys seem to be testing the waters with merging multiple genres of music. Open Me, you had that nice blend of metal and ska, especially on the song like Delineate. And then with Songs of Sorrow, and is it Sanyusin? Is that
Yeah.
how you pronounce it, Sanyusin? And
Yeah.
okay, Sanyusin and Amygdala, we get kind of these incredible jarring transitions using like a hyper pop style, like the beats and the vocal alterations.
Yeah, those are cool.
So I guess, what is your kind of process in fielding these ideas and kind of making them go from like a pen and paper idea into like an actual full-fledged song?
do you want to give your input before I give mine?
Yeah, I mean, those ideas don't really ever, I don't know, it's kind of something we do as we go in terms of those parts. Like we always try to write with jarring transitions even instrumentally. But definitely I feel like the electronic parts that we do and just when we throw weird shit in there is we like doing weird shit that doesn't add up, and we do that kind of on the fly, and it usually takes a couple of changes and whatnot as we go, but that's just that's something we like to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Whenever we, well, when we were doing Open Me, I had when our guitarist Adam had shown us the riff, like whenever we get together to work, or whenever we were getting together to work back then when we were writing all of this stuff, he would just bring entire songs essentially to us, and what our uh, sort of position was to take those because they're pretty much like 90% of the way done, like completed when he shows them to us, and then we just sort of like change here and there and move some stuff around. So Adam did a lot of the writing for uh, both projects actually,
Yeah,
like
he did.
just
I
by
know
himself, which is crazy.
he he came to the band, like he joined the band and had Delineate and Goliath pretty much like like James said,
Yeah.
90% done. And I remember before he even like said yes to joining the band, he just wanted to come and jam out at my place one time, and he had both of those songs written, and we were just fucking around with him, and that was just because he wanted to do something with music after his last band wasn't really doing anything. So he had those songs when he came to us, which was really really cool.
Oh wow. Okay, that's really, and like as a band, like you all have like an equal part in writing a lot of the music, right? Like you
Hmm.
kind of bounce off of each other. It's not one person comes forward and like, here's a song, play something.
Yeah, no one like
Well, what?
delegates what to play anything at all. But definitely that's like a big thing for me is with being in a band. I like to get input from everywhere as long as everyone's working on it.
Yeah.
And just as it comes together is
In
how it
in
comes
like
together.
the what I would call like the pre-production sort of phase, like before we've recorded, um, that's where I'm not super like involved with it. Um, but once we get to the studio and we start recording everything and structuring stuff out, that's where I get like, I'm like, uh, it's kind of hard to find the word for it, but it's like almost like a perfectionist mentality. Like I go through it and I'm like, okay, this needs to happen here. There's some stuff that I don't think people have even noticed on Open Me from listening to it that's in there. There's some cool stuff that is really weird, and I just put them in there because I'm like, okay, this needs to be in there. Like in that mindset, when we're in the studio, I'm just like, it's not even like a selfish kind of like, oh, I need to put this in there because it means something to me. I'm like, no, it means something to the individual track. Because if you listen to Delineate, that whole like jazz break that's in the middle of the song for what seems like no reason, and it's just absolutely ridiculous that the song just cuts like that. And we do it on a couple other tracks on the newer project. It's not meant to be specifically for it to be like, oh, this is really weird. It's
Yeah,
not
just
meant. It,
specifically for it to be weird, yeah.
it's not specifically meant for it to be weird. It, in context to the song and how that whole project flows, it's specifically like the entrance, like this is what you're getting yourself into, along with the
Alright.
intro. The long sort of intro was written in actually it was written in Will's uh living room on my laptop.
Yeah.
I was just like messing around with stuff because I just sometimes I'll go like hours on end just messing around with stuff GarageBand and making noises and sounds and stuff, and I wrote the entire piece that opens the album,
Yep.
and then that okay, I'm kind of tangenting right now, but the jazz break, it means more to the project as a whole. It's sort of in a way, if you think of it like this, you know how the first song on Open Me is obviously just instrumental,
Yep.
and then the third song is instrumental as well, and Delineate is specifically like left out there, like right there in the front, because that's the what I would call like the introduction scene. Rather, it's more written like almost in a way like a play.
Sure.
That's
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you're telling a story as you go through the album. Um,
yeah.
I don't know if story is really the best word for that,
Oh
but
no,
I'm
no, it is a story, and there is a conclusion. But yeah, it's just the way that it was written out.
I remember
And
when that fucking the little weird jazzy part in Delineate went in there in the first place. There was just a big space in the middle of that song because we were
and
going to write another part for that, and James literally was like, "I hear like elevator music," and then
yeah,
we did that
yeah,
that
it's
fucking yeah.
it's the going up. It's the going up part. It's meant to be like the space in between, um, in between the walls. In a way, I'm not sure if like metaphorically that makes any sense. I could get really into it, but it would take me like an hour maybe to just go through fully in detail and divulge everything about what that whole album entails. But essentially, that's the space in between the walls. And I don't know if it's in the lyrics, but there is some. There are some lines in that jazz part. I think it's trapped in these walls for days in a haze. They won't let me out,
yeah.
kind
So
of
I
thing.
I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think on like Apple Music that there's that the lyrics are there, but
Yeah.
if you listen to the song, you can definitely hear it.
Yeah, there's stuff that's specifically left out of the lyric sheets. I believe I specifically left some stuff out just so it was there and I knew it was there, and you can kind of make it out, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. And I mean like oh geez, sorry. With that though, like I guess I've got another question about that. So this one is about Open Me specifically, and this one's I James, I assume for the most part you do most of the lyrics. I don't know. Does anyone else help you with the lyrics?
Nobody else, unless I ask Will to give
Okay.
me some proper advice, which is somewhat rarely, but it happens.
Okay. So this one's directed at you then. I guess if you don't mind me asking, what events provoked you into writing segments from Open Me, such as, for instance, from Dirge, you hear every day burdened with disdain. Should have looked at my own reflection. It was always me. And then in Wishender, the bruises on my body can't define who I am, but the only thing they show is exactly where I've been. Like, is this all coming from like a personal experience? Is this all coming from James as a person, or is this coming from James as a storyteller?
Oh, this is all coming from me. So in Dirge, what that is meant to be is sort of like my own recognition of me just like having this outward look at other people and being like, oh my god, they're so angry, they're so this isn't like anybody specifically, but this is me thinking of as other people as like so negative and sort of this stay away from me kind of thing, and coming to the realization that, in reality it's just me kind of projecting that onto other people when I do it. If I do it, it's not really that much of a thing anymore. But definitely back when you were writing that, it was sort of like a give and take thing in sort of social situations.
Sure.
At the time, yeah. And then with Wishender, that line, that one's tough. That whole song is actually really tough. I'm not sure I specifically want to talk about it. That's
okay. That's fine. That's fine. I would say if you want,
no. We can go on, but it's more metaphorical than anything. And a lot about Open Me is it links back to literally, I think, one of the ending lines of Songs of Sorrow. Like it's all linked together. The reason that line is there is because of one of the songs on, or one of the lyrics on Stalker at the very end. That's I'm so tired of lying to you, hiding open wounds in the places you'll never find them, kind of thing. It's sort of like that closing yourself away and not really, outwardly expressing when there's something wrong.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I would say I'm not gonna push into it. I would say I do appreciate you talking about it. But that's what I would say. I know.
I love giving an explanation for it. But...
Okay. Yeah. Say because I know like, especially with how much emotion is behind these songs, I knew it was probably coming from a personal standpoint and it wasn't just for showmanship. So I wanted to make sure that you were okay with talking about it. So
I don't think I could have written anything like that if it wasn't true. So.
Right. Yeah. I was saying, and that's just it. Like that's why I was a little hesitant to ask the question. So but I appreciate you talking about it and sharing that as an explanation behind the lyrics. So
yeah.
So I mean, if you guys want to hop back in, we can hop back in. I'll ask some like kind of general questions that don't require a lot of thought behind them, really. Like for instance, this one right here. How has COVID impacted the growth of No Soul, in your opinion? Like, I know, like, you've been working on writing music and you haven't really had a lot of shows of recent times, but did COVID stop any planned shows or any planned releases of any kind?
I wouldn't say it stopped any planned releases, but it kind of held back planned releases, I guess, because, like, I remember the first time that it really became a problem. I woke up in the morning, I looked at my phone, and my job was like, we're closing because of COVID. And then there were other messages that were like, can't do studio time because of COVID, and that we had like 2 shows cancel in one day because of COVID. And I woke up and that was all in the same morning.
Oh, geez.
I think it greatly impacted our movement forward, especially in terms of playing shows, because we were really getting ready to like really focus on grinding shows out a lot, and then it just never was able to happen. The last show that we played before everything shut down was the one with Saving Vice at Higher Ground.
Yep, I remember that. It was what? That was
we should not land there.
February of 2020.
It was March, I think.
March. Okay, yeah. February was following in reverse. March was you guys. It was the second week in March, I want to say, because it was 3 days before they actually shut down live shows at Higher Ground.
Yeah, literally, if it had been planned for the weekend after that, it never would have happened.
Yeah, I'm very glad that it ended up actually happening, because that was a great show. I know Adam was a little bummed that there was some technical difficulties, but
there were some technical difficulties, but we have technical difficulties at a lot of shows.
Most bands have technical difficulties, so I say it's expected.
There's always something.
At this point, yeah.
That's what I like to say about it. There's always something.
Sure.
Leave the goof into us.
Yeah, leave the goof into us. Yeah, it's a trademark. Make sure nobody takes that. That's our band saying before we do shows. Leave the goof into us.
Fair. So now that we've kind of touched about how COVID has impacted you and impacted like the growth in terms of live performances, can we expect any live performances that are planned as of this time right now for No Soul, or is there anything that is really in the works for you guys?
As far as live shows go, we have nothing really lined up right now. I'm even hesitant at this point just because of how bad things are getting again. Like I would really, really love to get back to playing shows again, but it just I don't know, things don't seem like they're looking great for that
Sure, I can understand.
that side of life right now.
Yeah, why, you know, like, why get something started if it's going to be impacted again?
We played one show over the summer, and that was the only one we did this year.
And that was in Manchester, New Hampshire. That was
Yes.
the Debonair Music Hall, I want to say. No, Jewel.
Jewel, yeah.
Yeah, Debonair's in.
Are you both down? Where's the other one? Oh,
There's one right here.
He's down. I have like no fucking.
It's right there. Maybe.
I don't think this is
Up
gonna
on top?
happen. I am out of ammo officially.
Might just need to run.
I guess.
Do you have your tactical?
Oh yeah, the missiles.
Oh, it actually just came back. Yeah. Well, I hit
Oh,
someone.
she's
I
right
don't know.
here.
Ah, damn.
No, that's okay.
It's fine. I didn't want to be the only one live, anyways.
It is so hard to talk and play this game.
I know.
We should have just done like Minecraft or something.
See, that was the second recommendation. But
Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
So just addicted to this game that I was just like, yeah, it has to be it.
That is fair. I mean, the goal is to play a game that you really enjoy playing while also being able to talk about the band. So, if you enjoy Apex, we enjoy Apex. So, okay, so I get it. Definitely not planning anything right now, especially because we're not sure where things are gonna be taken 2022. But definitely it's on the back burner, wanting shows to come back.
Yes,
I mean,
it's very hopeful, and the second that we feel like it will be a good time to begin, we intend to.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, awesome. So I guess both this one for both of you. You live very non-stop lives outside of the band. You're both full-time employment. Will, you have another project, Lil Ringy, as a rap project. You just released a new song. What was it?
I actually
like a couple days ago.
changed my name as well.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I'm going by Willow.x now.
Willow.x.
That happened.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Willow.x is your project. You've got a rap project on the side, and like how do you find time to like you both of you have so much going on. How do you devote, like, how can you juggle all of the things that you're currently doing, like with two musical projects? You've got, I know you said you were looking to start a business at some point. You've got work on top of that. You've got a family on the side. So, or not on the side, but you know what I mean. Yeah, like the family
on the side.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
The secret family.
Yeah, the secret family.
Kept away from the band.
Yeah. I have a second band, and that's my second family. No, I don't
Wow,
know. It's
this is new to me. So
it's certainly not easy to do, but we all have decided that really, no matter what, we want to do everything that we can to make this work and move forward.
Gotcha.
That's my take on it. It's a big deal for me, so I like to do my best within the confines of how life works right now to try and make as much as we can out of it.
All right. And James, same thing for you. It's just you're devoted to it, and this is what you want. So it's gonna happen.
Hold on, I'm getting shot at.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I'm called upon, that is, I will put the work in. That's sort of my idea with
Knocked
it.
one.
Nice. Oh, they're rezzing him.
Are they? I'll try and get to
Yeah.
him. Oh shit, there's another team.
Yeah, another team. We're good though. They're fighting each other. I knocked
Nice
one.
shot.
Oh, he's dead. In the building.
Yeah, I hear him.
He's
This is
phasing
a
out.
burst fire too. I have not.
Oh,
used
there's a
this
guy.
before.
There's a guy hiding, trying to flank you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't peek that. Don't peek that.
I'll get him. I'll get him. I'm behind him.
It's cracked.
Got him.
Nice. Both of y'all need to heal.
Oh shit.
I'm here.
He's on me. Yep. Right here.
shit.
Right there.
Heals.
He went into the building.
It's fine.
Oh, he's batting.
Yeah,
Right behind the door.
it's fine. I will try to pull the jukes on him.
No. Why can I not
Oh,
fucking slide?
He's one. There we go.
I'm gonna go revive him.
Oh no, let me do it. Let me do it. You're good. Go loot. Go loot. Sorry, was there a question? My brain just like.
It was the general question of just you've devoted
Oh, yeah.
devoting your time to the band and making sure that you've devoted time to the band. So
Yeah, whenever I'm called upon.
But yes,
That's
whenever
I'm called upon. Yep.
all right.
No,
all
that's
right.
that's pretty much how it is. I mean, I'm always looking to work on more stuff, regardless of situation. Like whenever I get a little too, stir crazy, if we haven't worked on something, I'm like, we need to do something. Like
Sure.
even earlier today, I was like, well, we need to do something. We ended up doing not much, but
We made
Enough
a
to
valiant
quench
effort.
a valiant
the
effort. Yeah.
sure. No, I get it. And it's hard. I'll say, especially like you guys just came off of a release, and I assume I get that you've probably always got stuff going. Like even after you release something, something's always brewing in the
Mhm.
back. So
Yeah, our goal is gonna be to try and make it as non-stop as possible.
okay, all right. That's definitely something that I know a lot of fans will be very appreciative of. Being able to expect more, like that's something that I know. Like it is a lot to ask of a band. Like, hey, you just released music, but can you release more music?
Oh, we want
Yeah.
to. We want
Yeah.
to. I wish we could.
Yes.
Like, not every week, but like every maybe 6 months. That'd be great. But there's a lot that goes into it that
There is, and other
some
like,
people on the outside do see it, but
Yeah.
some people don't. You gotta wait for masters, recording process, scheduling that.
and if you work with an engineer
Ton.
who also works with a ton of other bands,
Yeah, like it I completely understand, and also I'll say it also takes time actually writing the music too. Like it's not just gonna come immediately.
Yeah. Obviously, I mean, sometimes it does. Surprisingly.
I don't know. The writing
Sometimes.
process for us, I feel like it takes right up until we get the masters because of how many times we go back and change things and rewrite things. The process
that's just
definitely.
me though. That's just me.
Writing
going
process.
through and nitpicking everything.
Gotcha. All right. So, James, this one's for you. You designed the artwork on the cover of Open Me, and I assume you also did the same thing for Songs of Sorrow.
Yep.
Now, are you still very active when it comes to of course with the band you are, but are you still active when it comes to digital arts? Is that still a passion you're pursuing as well?
Yeah, that's it's not an everyday thing right now. It used to be for a good stretch, but I just haven't, you know, been doing a ton of it lately. You know, the main stuff that I'm working on right now, or have worked on recently, is just some designs that may or may not be coming at some point for a certain project.
Okay, okay.
Don't want to reveal too much, but you know, we're working it out. Yeah, designing stuff specifically for the band is mainly what I do. I have done album artwork for a few different artists, and some of them are friends that actually live in Canada that do more on the side of Willow's sort of side project stuff, which is really cool. Did some album artwork for Sage Envy, who actually is on Songs of Sorrow. He actually,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he actually wrote the opening section to Amygdala.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Sweet.
Got to work with him on that while I was doing some the cover art and sort of just the packaging stuff for his debut album, which was really sick to work on.
That's really cool. So I mean, do you like? Are you looking to do that as like a career? Are you looking to turn that into something that you can do full time in addition to the band? Like, or
I would voice crack. I would love to do that. I would absolutely love to do that. I'm the kind of person that likes to do work when I want to do work, so it would be really great to do that. I do offer like commission on. I have an Instagram page for it, and it's too hard to like specifically like read out the name unless I sort of spell it out like on stream, which would be kind of annoying and absurd. But I do commission work.
so what we can do is after the stream, I can grab that Instagram page and I'll share it with the archived video, and we'll get you some, hopefully some recognition from the stream. So
yeah, no, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I do commissions, and I'm down to work on pretty much anything. I do design stuff, album artwork I've done, and I post stuff on there infrequently. I've posted a bunch of stuff before it was even announced, like on there. I posted the album artwork for Open Me and some of the designs for it before the album was even announced, and before we even released like Wish Ender, which is like the second single, I believe.
So for everyone that just heard that, if you want maybe some spoilers about upcoming No Soul stuff, you got to check out the Instagram page.
They'll definitely be there. I don't specifically drop hints towards if it's going to be used for No Soul or not, but you'll see it before it comes out if it is going to be used.
Well, see now, come on, everyone. That's how you're gonna get some. That's how you're gonna get some potential spoilers. So
yeah, actually, there is one up there that is one of the merch designs for the something coming soon. You know, I hate saying that the whole coming soon thing, but
big things.
Yeah,
coming soon.
Big things coming soon. Yeah, there are a few things that are to do with the band on there right now that have not been announced.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, that. See, look, you tune into the stream, you get the good deets.
The good deets that I'm gonna regret putting out when I get like a bunch of comments like, "Oh, this is new No Soul, right?"
So we'll stray away from that though, so we don't have you getting all those messages about
worries.
that. So
no worries.
Let's go back to kind of the writing process of songs. from a technical standpoint, what actually comes first when you're writing a song? Like, I assume it changes from song to song, but is there like you said with Adam coming forward and he basically had all of the parts written already for like Goliath. Like, is there a part of the song that generally comes first when you're writing a new piece? Like, is it the instrumentals? Is it the lyrics? Is it
Honestly, the guitar usually is one of the first things that we work on writing, at least getting a riff
Mhm.
going, and then just feeding off of that.
Yeah, and
And
we've
everyone works on writing riffs. Literally, pretty much everyone in the band. James and William both also help work and write guitar parts from time to time.
okay?
But that's usually where it
Squad over
starts.
there.
hmm Oh yeah, that's a big fight. Um,
I keep forgetting we're
I
playing trios and there's a lot more people.
yeah, I kind of just forgot what I was talking about because I saw people and I was like, I
Ta-da!
need to fight.
Care package
I
incoming.
think there's one near me.
They're burning,
Yeah,
but they have red, so
that's
down on
fine.
the ground. We have high ground still.
I have alternator, by the way.
I've got all close range. I got Peacekeeper R99, so I'm kind of useless at the
Oh,
moment.
alternator's
Yeah, I
in care
also
pack
have
now. It
close
has
range.
disruptors on it. So, he.
I stuck him.
I think I'm gonna push that team, maybe.
Roger.
No. They're in the
Oh,
back
shit.
in a Loba shop. Oh, I might be dead. Probably dead. Back up, back up. I would back up.
There's
I would
another one on the
definitely back up.
ground as well. There's two more on the ground.
Oh, we're dead. I think
Yeah.
we're dead.
She's cracked.
I have self-res. Better finish
I'm down.
me. Yeah, spam finish me, please. Oh,
Alright.
it's so hard to focus. Oh my god. So.
I'm gonna be back real quick. 1 second.
Sure.
Yeah, so. Yeah, when we first write a song, definitely riffs, guitars, lyrics, I would say definitely come last
Okay.
for the most part, unless there is a specific lightning in a bottle kind of thing that goes on, and that happens for a few songs where I will just have them, and it may sound strange, but there are some I'm not gonna say which ones. There are some lyrics that were written in maybe 5 minutes ish,
Okay.
and not at last minute. These lyrics were written in 5 minutes, and then I go through them, maybe change one or two things, and then hold on to them. And I think they were a year old when they were recorded.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So I mean, with that being said, is it just kind of like spur of the moment things where the lyrics that pop in your head are just like you're like, I have to write this down. They need to be used. I just don't know how yet.
Yeah. I have a notebook that I do that in, but a lot of it doesn't get used, and that's such a rare occurrence. I think it's only ever happened twice where I've written them down and then held on to them and just not changed them.
Gotcha. I completely understand because that's kind of how my writing process is for the lyrics for my project is. So I do the same thing where I have spur of the moment where I'm like, I need to write these down because they need to be put somewhere, and then I've got 40 different things all written down, and I'm 90% certain only 2 of them might go somewhere. So.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'll just have it and I'll be like, I need this for later, and I will either use it or I won't. It's just kind of how it works.
Completely fair. I understand. So yeah, but I it's good to know that you guys approach it from the instrumental, the riff kind of the riff point, and then kind of build up from there. So let's see here.
I am back.
Okay, all right. So Willow, now that you're back, So this one's a personal question for you. Um, you're a self-taught producer and guitarist. What is your attack strategy when writing a new piece of music? Because if
Yeah, yeah.
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, no. You can finish. You can finish what you were saying. I didn't realize the question wasn't over. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was gonna say, from what I remember, you're completely self-taught. You started with tablature, and now you've got this amazing project of No Soul, where like from a technical standpoint, like every release, the band just feels that much more cohesive. Like it doesn't seem like it can get any better, and then it just does. Um, and like I
Well,
guess
thank you for saying that.
like what is your attack strategy? Like when it comes to writing a new piece of music, do you just sit like in a room, you lock yourself away and just play until you hear something that's like, okay, I like this, or do you have like just constantly thinking of stuff as you're going through the day, and like then you're like, okay, when I get home, I got to try something.
Yeah.
I
So
will
for
be
me,
back
most of my
shortly. Give me one
okay,
minute.
Okay,
most of when I start writing shit, most of it starts in my head somewhere throughout the day, like you said. Because being busy, it's hard to always get time to just like sit down and play for hours and hours until you figure something out. So I do think about it a lot, and most of my ideas come to me in my head, and it's just like an idea that pops out, and then it really comes in pieces when I'm trying to work on something new. Like I'll get an idea that pops into my head and it'll just be one riff, and then I'll sit down, I'll play it, I'll practice it and take videos of it and whatnot, and then later on we'll continue to just build off that. It
sure.
all kind of comes in sections, I suppose.
Well, that's I would say it's good knowledge to have because like again, like as I said, like you the band as a whole, like with each release, really has like both like with the technical prowess and like like the almost the amount of like I guess pull it has towards like sucking you into listening to it. Like it gets better with every single release, and I, I it's amazing to see someone that's self-taught that's never had lessons. Like it's awesome to see how just how amazing you are as a musician. So
Well, thank you. Honestly, the technicality of the stuff that we play, a lot of it comes from Adam. Honestly, Adam joining the band helped make me a better guitarist because when I was the only guitarist in the band, there was like no one to challenge me to do anything better than really myself. And then all of a sudden, I start playing with Adam before he joins the band. And Adam is also self taught, but Adam has been playing for a couple of years more than I have. So he had a lot more under his belt, and he had also been in a gigging band prior to joining us too. So honestly, him joining the band helped push me to be a better guitarist. There are things that I probably wouldn't have known how to play without him being like, so I wrote this and showing it. Then I just got to go and practice and practice and practice until I can play what he had wrote. And that's a lot of the technical parts. It's like that.
well, that's awesome. That's it. And again, because of how amazing all of you work together and like the band looks like a family when you're performing together. Like everyone in the band, like you guys kill it every time, and you look like you have fun. So it's awesome to know it's not just showmanship. Like outside of like actual gigs, like you actually do learn from each other and actually spend that time to like build with each other. So that's really cool to hear.
I'm back, by the way. Didn't want to interrupt.
Welcome.
I thought I heard
I
you
thought I
sneaking
heard
back on
something.
the mic.
um, with both of you here, um, so this one's going to be a nice juicy one. I understand that the original release plan for Songs of Sorrow only had 3 of the 5 tracks that we hear. What tracks almost didn't make the cut, and what made you decide to put them back in?
uh,
Mm.
I'm
I
not sure. I don't really remember which two weren't specifically going to make the cut,
oh,
but
I remember this phone call. I remember this phone call.
honestly, I think the big deciding factor with that was mainly because of COVID, the recording process of this project took a lot longer than it should have. So we had a lot of time before starting to writing these songs and them coming out, and it was pretty much a work in progress the whole time as we went. And I think it was just a matter of overthinking to an extent or another. And eventually we got to a point where we're like, okay, it's ready. We're going to release it as is. It does make sense as is. And it felt like for me anyways, it felt like a relief to see that everything actually played as well together as it did in the order that we had everything. So I think it's very much so worth it that we released the whole project.
Sure. If you don't mind me asking, what songs were on kind of the chopping block?
James might have to answer that one because I don't remember exactly the two that were.
Um, so I have a different recollection of the events. I think it was more. Yeah, it might have been like chalked up to overthinking, but there. Do you mind if I mention the specific phone call
Feel
that we
free.
had
I don't
about
remember.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like coming home from work, and I drive pretty far uh to work, and I work pretty late, so it was like really late at night, and oh,
Oh, we got kicked.
jeez, oh, that's my bad.
Oh, it's fine.
Should have started another one. Anyways, I got on the phone, and we were talking about all the songs, and I don't know if I was just like in a bad mood or
Oh,
what
I
was
do
going
remember this.
on.
I
Yeah,
think you were
yeah.
certainly very pissed
I
off when
was
you called me.
very, very upset about maybe something else, maybe the songs, something was giving me like not necessarily anxiety, but more of just hmm, I don't even know how to describe it. We ended up I was yelling. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't yelling at anyone, but I remember we were both yelling actually
Yeah,
about
yeah.
how amygdala. I'm not gonna say it the way that I always say it in my head. Amygdala, and I think it's Iker Moon. We just didn't feel super confident in them when we had them, and I was originally the one to bring up, oh, maybe we should just cut them. And I think it was just sort of indecisiveness on those two songs, just for the sole purpose of, do they fit? I was just questioning if they really fit with everything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
at that point, we weren't able to listen to it all the way through, like fully done.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some changes that were made. Um, and we ended up coming to an agreement where we both one day were just like, yeah, this works. And I don't know what happened where it just clicked and it worked, but we
I'm telling
were
you, it was just because at least for me, it was a lot of overthinking and second guessing.
I think we were both working too much, and I called you and yelled at you. Or I didn't yell at you,
Yeah.
but I yelled at you with you there.
Yelling
Yeah.
happens.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I can definitely tell you that I'm glad that both of those songs made the EP. They like it. I don't think. Well, I'm not a musician at this point. I'm really not. I don't have much to say, but I think that it really all of the songs flow so well into each other that it would have seemed off if they weren't there.
Well,
Yeah, that's
thank
sort of
you.
the conclusion that I came to after like listening to it. I was like, this doesn't feel right if it's just three songs, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
I'm very happy that it
no.
came out as it did.
Um, so, I mean, then going kind of off of that. Let's see, where did I put this question? I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, not gonna lie. I'm gonna say I personally, my favorite song off of the album was Icar Moon. It actually, it had, in my opinion, the best breakdown from No Soul that we've heard to date.
Wow.
I I think it's incredible. And I showed it to one of my coworkers. He's a musician. He used to play. He loves this genre of music, and he said that you guys are honestly the best local band he has ever heard, both production wise and just quality wise in general.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome.
I mean,
That's great to hear.
so from I guess your both of your standpoints, do either of you have a favorite song in terms of like breakdown?
Can it be our whole discography?
I mean, yeah.
It's all just one big breakdown.
Yeah. Well, from our whole discography, personally, my favorite song is Drone Gray. That's my favorite song that we've written.
And Drone Gray is a fucking amazing song. I think actually when you first released Open Me, didn't I message you about Drone Gray?
I think we showed you. I think we showed you Drone Gray before.
Drone Gray. When
Yes.
It was only the. I think it was only when it was the instrumental too. When you were living right next door to me.
Yes, that is right. You did. I came over. You.
We were.
I remember.
Blared it out the customers.
We were coming. We were like, come here, we got something. Yeah.
Yeah, we had just barely gotten back from the studio.
You
James
were
was
both
dropping me
extremely hyped, and I could like you guys were radiating like how like proud you were about what was coming, and like
I was like, this
it was
is
worth
insane.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
Drone Gray is definitely my favorite track
All right,
that we've made.
James, how about for you? Do you have a favorite or?
Favorite track or favorite breakdown? Favorite breakdown, I would say maybe the one in Dirge after the build-up.
Okay.
I really like that one, but also the breakdown in the newer track, Your Silent Spindle. That one is just out of left field. I think we did something a little different with that song and made it like it's pretty long. It's a pretty long song for us. We used to write like songs that were maybe like 2 minutes. That song's like 5 minutes long.
That song is
so-
long.
And I think it's
Dirge
actually
was
your most.
initially only supposed to be like a minute and 30-second song at first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
And
it
I
was.
think Dirge might be our longest one.
Yeah, I remember you
No,
talking about Dirge was it was right before was it the first breakdown where it gets like really quiet. You had said that was where the song was originally going to end,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
around there.
and then you were like, no, it needs to be longer. No, you're like, no, full song.
Yeah. That was kind of the idea when we were writing it. It was going to be a short song, and we were both going to just work on this one song because I had lyrics for it, and then I just kept writing lyrics, and I was like, okay, well, we need to make the song a little longer. You know, I can't talk that fast. I can't. And actually, I think, yeah. Well, you wrote some of that song too. You actually wrote some of the lyrics for that one. That was one of the occasions where
Oh yeah, that's
you actually
right.
wrote lyrics.
You changed them some, but yeah, in the like weird breakbeat part.
Yeah, towards the end of the track, right before the final outro of the project.
Sweet. So yeah, I would say also like there's not a bad song that has come out of No Soul. So all of these
Not
are
yet.
excellent options.
Not yet.
Oh,
Not
come
that's on the internet.
Give it time.
Wait for it. We gotta have
you
one.
Look really hard.
Actually,
You look
Go
really
back and
hard.
listen to the EP.
Yeah, go
the
listen
first
to
EP.
the EP,
Yeah.
please.
Uh,
We'll put it back up.
Which I mean, in the first EP, to be fair, you did technically have Adam. Well, you did technically have Adam.
Yes, he wasn't in the band yet, but he
Technically.
was on the EP.
Yeah, and then you also you also featured Tyler Small of Saving Vice for a song as well. I think that was Omnom.
No
was it?
Name.
No,
No Name. No.
Yeah,
No
that's
Name.
Where that song name came from. No name, huh?
Yeah.
So I mean, kind of going off of that though. Uh, oh Jesus Christ, gotta
I have
find it.
found nothing so far this game. Oh my
Here.
god.
Hold on one second.
Jesus Christ, where did I put
Feel
it?
free to
There
ask
we go.
the
Okay.
question.
So honestly, No Soul is distinctively No Soul in its sound, in everything about it, and no one can mistake you for another band because you are distinct in your sound, which is amazing because it sounds great. Um, that being said, everyone loves a good feature every now and then, and you have featured Tyler Small before. Have you considered featuring any more uh, bands, or like even yourselves doing features on other bands um, anytime soon? Like even like in the writing process, have you thought this isn't really a No Soul song, but I feel like it could be done with another band?
Uh, I don't know. I think there were a couple of times where maybe we talked about maybe doing a feature, but I don't think it's something that we've seriously talked about in a while.
Sure.
All right, I'm back. What was the question?
The question was about features.
Oh yeah.
So really, the question, just a quick recap on it was: you've done a feature in the past. You guys are distinctly No Soul, and there's not another band that really like one would say, oh yeah, No Soul sounds like this, because you guys carved your own path and like you sound great. But again, people love features. Have you written anything that you think deserves a feature, or are there any things that you've written that you think to yourself, this isn't really No Soul? I can, however, see another band doing it, and you yourself wanting to do a feature with a different band, like maybe doing a song with them, like Ghost Main or something like that.
Mm. At, at one point or another, maybe, but
Yeah, I said there were definitely maybe like one or two times that we considered doing a feature, but we haven't, like, it's nothing that we've seriously talked about recently was what I said about it.
yeah. I mean, oh great, another voice crack. Put it on the voice crack reel.
We'll do a highlight just for voice cracks.
Oh please. Yeah, I don't know. It's not something that comes up often. I mean,
Not that we're against it, but we haven't really wrote
Yeah.
anything for it.
Sure, no, I can
Yeah.
I can completely understand. I say again, you're distinctly No Soul, and like it it it's it it's working for you, and it doesn't, you don't need a feature. It's just one of the things where it's like, is it something you would want to do?
Oh, it would be awesome to do one. It's just finding the right song, finding the right person, kind of
Sure,
thing.
sure,
You know.
completely understand. So, yeah. Let's see here. Hope, thank you very much. Hope says this is probably the most chill interview that she's ever heard or seen. So, that's the goal. We don't want it to be anything crazy. It's just having fun. So,
As I pop my ult and just scream.
just fuck. Oh shit, they're all up top.
Yeah.
Oh, they have
They
reds.
have a Bangalore? Is that what it is?
Oh, they have reds. Nice.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be a bad one.
We should probably leave. Yeah, we'll just go over that way.
That sounds good to me. I'm not.
I regret my ult. I regret my ult.
Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go see. Oh,
Yeah,
how you doing?
I think
we
they
should
are gonna
go over
try
here.
and follow us.
That's fine. We'll have high
they're
ground.
They're on
I just got
server
shot at hardcore.
You're good. Yeah, I would say right person, right time, right place. It'll happen eventually, most likely. But I feel like it would have to be more of a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Gotcha. Where I had a question about. Jesus Christ, this is so awful. Where did it go?
I don't even know.
Like,
what
I
I'm
don't
doing
even.
at this point.
I guess I don't even need to. I guess I don't even need to like look at it because I can remember it. So, as of right now, your most streamed song is Goliath. And come come on, I gotta find it because I had it worded specifically so that it would sound better than me just off the cusping it. Okay, which originally debuted as a single on Halloween of 2019. How do you feel about it being your most popular song? Do you feel like it deserves that spot, or do you think there's another song in your repertoire that you feel deserves a little bit more credit than it's getting at this time?
Personally, I think it's cool that Goliath is our top song because definitely when we like finished up writing that and started going to the studio to start tracking that project, I feel like that was definitely a big stylistic transformation of the band, honestly. So it's cool to see that it played as well as it did in the future.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I mean it's awesome too because I guess would you say Goliath was really like the first big step for No Soul in becoming the band that you're turning it into now? Like, would you say that Goliath was because you said that's when that Adam came forward and was just jamming and had Goliath written out. So is this kind of where it took a real super serious turn?
I think initially probably. Oh my god.
Voice crack
I
reel. Let's
almost
go.
fucking choked and died right there. Holy
Oh,
shit,
Jesus.
I got on a piece of gum and it got stuck in my throat for a
Oh,
second. Oh my
no.
god.
Oh shit.
I think when we wrote Wrath was probably the first, because that was the first one that we really recorded in the current recording situation that we do.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Wrath
Goliath
was
definitely
the
changed the way that we wrote
first
because
step.
we added Adam in and we got a whole other input on everything.
Okay. All right. See if I can snipe him with this fucking bow.
Where is he? I cannot see them at all.
All right,
I see
yeah,
them.
they're like
Yeah,
way
I
over
see them.
there.
Songs on or thoughts on like recognition of songs or popularity on Goliath as a track. I mean, I think people are gonna gravitate towards whatever they want to listen to. So I mean, I think it's cool. You know,
Okay.
there's no real like opinion that I have on it. Like I'm not gonna say like, oh, you should actually this should be your favorite song. No, people are gonna enjoy what they want to enjoy. So
Sure. No, I get it. I would say I wasn't coming at it from the angle like but just like, are there any
is there a
songs?
better song? Yeah.
Not in that sense. I would say no, because all songs that you've released, like, they're amazing, and like I just meant like, are there any songs that you've written that you feel strongly about?
Oh,
Like,
they're all here.
they're all here.
Go up the hill. Go back up the hill.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna run now. Are there just any songs that you feel haven't really seen, like, because of course, like, from my end, I can't really see how many times certain songs have been streamed, but are there any songs that you've kind of been disappointed in the number of times they've been streamed?
I don't think so, personally.
Okay.
I don't even think of the songs as really individuals, if you could label them that. I kind of think of each project as its own sort of thing. I'd rather think of the project rather than a single song.
Okay. No, I get that, and yeah, 54 on purple.
Oh yeah, I would just farm them for a shield, honestly. We're pretty screwed. We got 2 blue shields and a white.
Yeah, I have not found hardly any in this
I'm
game
pretty sure
at
they all
all.
have purple. We haven't fought anybody either. We've been just kind of chilling.
It's amazing how far we've actually survived into this game. Like,
I know,
there's
there's
we're not
3
even,
squads left.
we're not even really doing anything.
And we haven't fought anyone, we've just been running around.
But yeah, I like to think of projects as a whole rather than
Sure. Yeah,
like, oh,
rather
this
than individual.
single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I see him right there. So I think it's a Loba.
Yeah, it's a Loba, Rampart, and Octane, I think.
Oh, 60.
Yeah, they're gonna push for this care package. I'm just gonna sit down
60.
here.
60. How much fucking health does she have?
They just keep healing. They're just chilling over there. I want this other team to come in and
Just
over towards
absolutely
them, but
third party him.
yeah,
I'm probably
they're
gonna
not
get shot
going
right
to
in my
though.
ass.
We're definitely gonna get pinched.
I think this is the one that we're gonna win.
Oh yeah, if I get a Kraber, we win, guaranteed. But I'm not gonna get a Kraber out of this.
It's
I
gonna.
get
This is the
Kraber, it's
Kraber. This
done.
is the Kraber. This is the Kraber
Yeah.
right here. There it is, the Kraber. Where is it?
No, it's a Spitfire. I already have one. I would run too, but that's kind of egregious.
I mean, we could probably get up this, right?
Yeah, I think there might be a rat somewhere.
That's definitely a possibility because I feel like we would have heard fighting by now. If this circle's getting pretty small for 3 squads.
Yeah. No, I don't see anybody.
I mean, do we go up this here and just try and get high ground?
No, I think we're. Oh, I hear them fighting. Yeah, there's one team over here. I'm just gonna go watch the zip. We can probably do a question right now while those two teams fight.
All right, all right. How about? All right. So I know this is kind of hard because COVID. So the last music video you released was Delineate on August 10th, 2020. Do you have another song on the docket to be adapted into a music video that you want to work on?
We do. I will not reveal the name or which project it is off of, but we do. And it's actually
54 gold. Holy
pretty
shit!
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have the charge rifle.
It's actually happening relatively soon. I'm not gonna give a time frame on it, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
There are
they
more music
moved.
videos to come. That's fine.
Music videos
Crafting
come.
batteries.
That is good to know. That was me shooting on accident. That's not them here.
Are they over here yet? They are not. We're good. We just sit here. We just sit here. This is like the best spot. Career t-shirt. Oh, I hear them. They're over
Let's
here.
go.
All three over here. I'm ulting. I'm probably gonna. They're gonna climb up. Or something. Yeah. They're getting shot in the back though. I'm getting.
She's
one down.
144.
Yeah.
Here,
Skins.
I'm gonna throw that up real quick.
Oh, you're good. Right here. Knock. Dead. Behind us. Right here. What?
Okay.
Why?
I think they're
I'm
cracked.
pretty sure he's dead.
$60 red.
54 gold. There.
83 gold. Broken.
Here, I'm looting
She's
this
down?
box real quick.
Got her.
Nice. We might be
I'm
able to move on
gonna
this.
shield real quick.
Yeah. There you go.
She's behind right here. Oh no, they're rezzing.
We need to move up. There's one on my right here, climbing the rock though.
Got her. Oh shit, I'm gonna die here. Yep. 54
you're good.
red.
Take cover. I killed one. Just heal. What?
Oh shit.
One more. There's only one more.
He's right over here.
Yeah, I'm hitting a bat.
He's 60 red.
Fuck.
I'm probably dead here.
Nice. That was the one.
That was the one. I did not get Kraber either.
I knew
so.
we were gonna win one.
At least one.
Sweet.
We just ran around the whole game too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think that was like we were mainly focused on the question, that one. Alright, let's see how bad I did in comparison to both of you.
I think I had like 87 damage, so don't worry too much.
112. That's not...
Alright, so Okay, this one's kind of I guess kind of a out there question because the current times that we're in, um, I've heard Tyler Small talk about this and Chase talk about this a little bit. They're unsigned, you guys are unsigned, and they plan to stay unsigned. Um, as of right now, how do you feel like? Do you feel like you would want to stay unsigned, or do you want to try and sign with a label at some point? Like, just because you in the current times you don't really need a label. Like, of course, like
Hmm.
labels are great for helping with promotion, but it's also an added expense that you have to pay into. Like what are your thought processes on the matter? Like, do you want to be signed, or would you prefer not to be?
Personally, I think I would prefer not to be.
Any specific reasoning, or just the fact that like what you've got going is like you're going you are making it, you're going to make it, like you don't need the record label, you don't need that added headache, or is it more of like a just like do you have just a reasoning behind not wanting to be signed?
Yeah, I guess for me it feels like there would just be more hands in what we're doing, and
Hmm.
that's really it. Um, it might take more time. It might be harder to get a start going as an independent band, but like you said, in these times, you don't specifically need to. The world of music is relatively open right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is really open, and like unlike like we have the internet now. The internet's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'll
yeah.
say like that's the big thing. Like most bands prior to internet needed the record label to actually get any recognition to begin with. Um, but now like you can actually make it without needing that whole like other outlet. So James, you feel
Yeah.
kind of the same way?
Um, Kind of the same, but a little different. I mean, it really would depend. There would have to be a lot of things. If we were to do it, I wouldn't be against it. But there would have to be a lot of things worked out on the whole creative standpoint on it, uh, so that other people did not have any large input on what we were to do.
Sure, I
But
can.
other
Yeah,
than that, I can see from both sides where there would be benefits and things that wouldn't necessarily be benefiting, like things that would maybe be holding us back from both sides. But it's kind of like a 50-50. It just depends.
Yeah, I guess there are
I
two sides. It would certainly,
Yeah,
with certain
it
stipulations and whatnot, maybe it would be considered, but
it would depend because I just wouldn't want creative freedom uh to be in layman's terms like fucked with. So
sure. Okay. All right. Completely fair point. So, uh, kind of taking a step back, go. So, um, this is going to be there's two questions, one for each of you. Will, I'll start with you. Uh, Again, going back to the kind of being self-taught, and with the increase in releases from No Soul, the more technically demanding pieces that you absolutely have been nailing. Like, how do you feel personally about your own like growth as a musician? Like, especially within the past 2 years. Like, how do you feel? Are you happy with your growth as a musician? Everyone constantly wants to push themselves for better, being better and better and better. But how do you feel as of this moment about your growth as a musician?
I definitely, I'm very happy with my growth as a musician. Obviously, I don't consider myself to be an incredible, like, don't think of myself as an incredible musician or anything like that. Um, and there's always room to continue to grow and learn more. So I am happy with how far I've come from comparison to where I started because I remember starting the very first musical projects that I tried to, and it's definitely all been a big step up from there. But there is a lot more to go.
Okay. And I guess kind of building off of that, how would 15-year-old Willow look at current Willow and go, like, what would 15-year-old Willow sitting in their room playing guitar with the progress?
15-year-old me barely knew how to play guitar, so I'd probably say, fuck yeah, that's pretty cool.
Good. Um, okay. All right. Uh, uh, let's see. I'm just looking. There we go. Okay. Just want to make sure my stream was kind of bouncing a little bit there. Um, James, now I'm gonna jump over to you with basically the same question. I would say, I'm not trying to, like, I don't know, like fan boy over here, but like I would I would say you truly have risen to a very prominent contender for most diverse vocal range in the metal genre, just in general. Um,
Wow, I
um,
haven't heard that one before.
and I mean, like, I'm talking your gutturals, your fries, and your cleans. Like it it happens. Like you use cleans, and like not a lot of musicians in kind of your genre of metal use a whole lot of cleans a lot. Um,
Hmm.
and and they're impressive. Like, they are. Like, I mean, you managed to nail all of this. How do you personally feel about your development as a vocalist and a lyricist over these past? I mean, lyrically for the band, but like vocally just in general.
Hmm. I would say, looking back on projects that no longer exist to the public eye, probably a 100-fold improvement. Definitely. When I was first like doing that stuff, I was just kind of like, well, it. Another thing is just the whole recording process like did not help really. I was very nervous. Not necessarily like nervous, but we were kind of being rushed for time, and we were paying by the hour kind of thing. So there wasn't a lot of room. There we go. There it is for the voice crack reel. There wasn't a lot of
Mm-hmm.
room for not necessarily mistakes, but fixing mistakes and making sure everything sounded the way that I wanted to do, like my vocals and there's another one. Um, hmm. On Open Me, I would say the vocals on Open Me, I took that time that I did not have and I used it as much as I could on that record. And then for this most recent project, which is actually really interesting, my voice has changed and gotten much higher than it used to be, which is really weird and apparently is something that happens when you do this kind of thing uh, consistently for years. But we wanted it to be a little more like raw sounding, and I'm sure that from listening to Open Me to Songs of Sorrow, you can hear the difference that this is more like in your face, just kind of a nastier, not to it's a really good mix, but it's a nastier, more like raw mix rather than sort of fully produced. And a lot of stuff sounds pretty like or edited in a way, but not in a bad way, obviously.
Right, like it edited, but deliberately edited to sound that way.
Yeah, there was less of that deliberation, a lot less. Actually, I think there wasn't much done to the vocals at all for most of Songs of Sorrow. There was not. I mean, there's layering in there in spots, but most of it's just straight up like either leveled out or like cleaned up maybe a little bit, but other than that, it is definitely a lot less deliberate in an editing sense
Okay.
on the newer EP. Yeah.
All right.
And that was intentional. It's we wanted it to sound more, not necessarily real, but just like gritty.
Okay.
You know?
And I mean, then are you personally like then for you, like how do you feel about that, like the development you've like with the new EP? Like, are you? I'm not gonna say like, do you feel like it's better than Open Me, because they're very stark in contrast, the two EPs. So like,
Mm-hmm.
are you just are you are you proud of like how far you've come, like being able to be that diverse between Open Me and Songs of Sorrow?
Oh yeah, especially from like 5 years ago. Obviously, like like when you first start doing it, like at least for me, I had no idea at all what I was doing. So everything, but the thing is, when you record music for the first time, and even though like years down the road you'll think it sounds terrible and you'll inevitably remove it from all streaming services and all platforms, when you first record it and hear it back, we were all like super excited, and I was just like, oh, this is so cool.
Sure.
But now I'm just like, you know, definitely much better now.
Sure, sure. All right. Um, this is kind of, I guess this one's going to be a deeper question because it really will impact the full band. Um, we're going to be fair here. Vermont isn't exactly the first place any band thinks of when it comes to like places where growth is destined to be.
Yes.
As a band, have there been talks about maybe moving to a different state with better opportunities for growth?
I don't know if it's something that we've talked about as a whole band doing
I know
necessarily,
you and I have talked about it.
but yeah, certainly me and James have talked about it. And I mean, obviously, no one gets to make any choices for anyone about picking up and moving your life, but
Right.
there are certainly bands that have members that live in different states, and then when time comes to write, you go and you make time to write. When time comes to record, you do the same. And if we ever get to tour, then you meet up and go from there. And I know certainly I don't have plans to live in Vermont for my entire life.
Sure, that's completely understandable. I mean, for those viewers that are not from Vermont, we don't have anything here. We just don't. We
There's a
have to
bunch of
drive.
cow
Yeah.
farms,
Yeah, we have to
maple
drive like
trees.
3 hours for a good venue.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's the only one in the state.
Yeah.
um, yeah, so come to Vermont if you like maple syrup and nature. Don't come to Vermont if you have any other aspirations in life other than nature. Um, so, but I mean, like, of course, like, there's not. I'm not gonna like push the subject, but like, are there states that you've considered just solely because of like the musical background from those like cities? Like, for instance, like Arizona, huge metalcore genre, like metal in general. Arizona is like one of the best states for it. I mean, you get bands like Fallen Reverse, Escape the Fate, Asking Alexandria. All of them
Oh,
kind of come from there.
if I was called upon, and I know Willow would definitely want to do that. If I was called upon, I would do it. That's my sort of
Yeah.
standpoint on it.
Specifically, I have not considered places specifically because of musical opportunity, but it is certainly a weighing factor in my decision.
Sure. Yeah, so like you're not gonna be like, ah, Vermont's not good enough for music. I'm gonna go to North Dakota.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, obviously not. No, or
uh,
Alaska,
yeah, yeah, like Alaska. We're gonna go tour out in Alaska, and
Yeah,
the caribou will like it.
we'll be back in 6 months. We'll play 2 shows, but
Yeah.
We'll- okay, all right, yeah, but that was just kind of a question I had because I know like that's something that's kind of sat in my mind too because like I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like Vermont's been like, I mean, it has been our home for For me, it's been a majority of my life. For you guys, I don't know if it's been your whole life or a majority of your life, but like Vermont just isn't where it is for growth when it comes to anything, for the
There is
most part.
certainly
Yeah.
a lot of very cool underground music in Vermont, however, especially in Burlington. There used to be a cool underground scene in Rutland, but not really anymore.
Gotcha.
But yeah, certainly for bigger growth, Vermont is not ideal.
Yeah. So just thought I'd ask that one because again, like a lot of like the viewers on my stream specifically are out west, are out like California, Arizona,
Yeah.
Texas. So, and
Yeah, I
they
would.
don't understand what it's like to live here and not be able to go to a show like every other day.
Yeah, if I was to be called upon to do it, I would. Yeah, I would love a change of scenery. That'd be great.
All right, all right. Um, uh, this is a kind of interesting one. Uh, James, I know you had said that like you look at projects as a whole and not necessarily as a as like their individual like their singles on it,
Yep.
and you don't. But other than we're gonna exclude head trauma, that's completely it's excluded from this.
Out of the question.
Out of the question. Are there any songs that you've released between Open Me and Songs of Sorrow that you look back on and you think that you may have wanted to approach it differently? Like there's some things like even if it's minor tweaking, are there songs that you look back and you're like, I feel like I should have done it this way instead?
Hmm. For me, I can only think of like maybe one part in one song where I could have gone back and asked our producer, like, can you just move that back like a millisecond? And that's that's pretty much the only thing that has eaten away at my perception of a song.
Okay, all right, Willow. Same question then. Like, how do you feel?
um, I don't know really. I don't think so. At least for this project, I don't really like regret or think that I would change anything that we have done in terms of writing.
Okay,
We make so much change as we go along that it's almost like you see every available opportunity to change something.
sure.
Yeah, it's sort of like molding a sculpture or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. By the time it gets to its finished project, I think that, at least for me, I don't really ever have any qualms after the fact.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I would say, and that was not me asking because
Well,
I felt like there's anything that needs to be changed. It's just
No, no,
I
no,
say,
no.
yeah.
well,
I don't think
what's
so
trying to
whatsoever.
be what's trying to be said is I'm a good negotiator. That's what's trying to be said right here.
Gotcha. Um, so another kind of, I guess this one's more of another deep question. And feel free again, like you can say no to it. Have have you like everyone's gone through hardships and like especially with COVID and with uh, the overall tones of the music that you're putting out. Um, has has expression through music helped you um, going through the hardships that are explained in some of these songs, or just in general? Like, has music helped you through um, kind of the battles that we face every day?
I think so. Music is one of few things that I feel like I really look forward to in life in general. So no matter what else other like what other shit is going on, like it's just the basis that I'm going to be working on music and I'm going to be making music. So for me, I think it helps.
Okay, James, do you kind of do you feel the same, or do you have like a different approach when it comes to that?
Um, hmm. I don't know if I do it and recognize it is what I would say. Uh, One interesting thing though that has like sort of arisen sort of around the topic is a lot of the lyrics are very weirdly like they were written, some of them were written before anything like COVID wise like blew up or was big. Some of them were written before then, and reading them back, and we're talking about like one of the ones that was finished and like held on to for like a year before it was ever recorded. It's very odd, some of the lyrical choices that were made, because
Yeah.
there's it's almost like they're referencing like the future in a way. It's really weird. It's something I've noticed on like a couple of songs. It's sort of like a strange phenomenon. I don't know how to explain it, but
All right. Um, Stepping away from deeper questions, we'll go to something more general. Uh, have have any of you expressed um, any other musicians that kind of inspired any parts of the songs that we hear from No Soul? Like, are there any bands that you take inspiration from that kind of make their appearance on a song because of that?
hmm, I would say, ooh, I mean, from some of the stuff like riffage wise that I would write, I was when we were writing Open Me, it was when I was writing some of the stuff like you guys are
Getting
people
shot at.
here. Yeah. I'm on my way back. I was pushing something. Are you good for a minute?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, they're always
I'm not
good.
as good as I thought I was.
I see
I'm
that.
good, and
They
then
have a
immediately.
sniper, yeah. Oh
Um,
shit. They
for
got a
for
Valkyrie too.
for like
They are
reference
not
wise,
playing
like
around.
what I sort of would listen to and was in a way like inspired by would be like Devil Wears Prada and Knocked Loose, that sort of stuff.
80
Maybe
cracked.
maybe lesser so like now. I think there are a few other bands that I would put on
Down
that
here.
list, but I can't really think of them when
Fuck.
we're fighting people. I stuck that guy. Cracked him. This
You
is really bad. Yeah, mainly like Devil Wears Prada, and I think you kind of do hear that vocally come through in some of the songs on Open Me, and like older Bring Me the Horizon as well.
Holy
Oh,
shit. I just got beamed.
yeah, he's gonna caustic ult you.
Ow.
Yeah, he almost did.
I fell back a
On
little
me,
bit.
on me. I'm probably dead. I'm definitely dead.
I'm coming from behind.
Oh my god.
We might honestly have to switch to Minecraft. I think my brain is.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No, I'm getting a
Yeah,
third party.
there's
Done.
another squad. Yeah.
Alright,
No,
I'll be right
I,
back real
I,
quick.
I think you definitely can hear it vocally come through on some of our stuff, like what the inspiration was, and musically, that's just sort of the stuff that I listened to and enjoyed.
Sure. Um, I mean, is in that case, like, are there any bands that you take inspiration from that, like, in an ideal world, you would want to tour with?
Let me open up my music here for a second. Need I mean, I really Maybe like Dying Wish. Dying Wish is great. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they released a awesome record near the end of last year.
Who did?
Dying.
Dying Wish.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I'm really into Dying Wish. I think they're fucking killing it right now. They're awesome. Um, Dying Wish, Silent Planet as well, really good. Sort of like not, super what you would call is like the super like hyped up uh bands. Yeah, definitely Dying Wish, Silent Planet. And I know the original vocalist of Varials has a new band as well. I'm excited to hear new stuff from them. It's called Erase Them.
Erase them. Okay.
And yeah, both Willow and I are pretty big fans of Varials.
Yeah, I've loved them for a long time.
Now, with Varials, is Varials just not a band anymore, or are they just kind of taking a break and this is kind of a side project, or?
They have a new vocalist, but they haven't released anything, I don't think, with him yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on with them, and they kind of split it off.
Sure.
Not sure the full details, but a little drama,
Gotcha.
happens.
Stuff happens, and people grow from it, and as long as both parties can move on from that, it's always good. So.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I would say those three would be my picks. I think they put on great live performances, and they make great music. So.
Sure. Willow, same question for you then. Any bands that you in an ideal touring world would want to tour with?
I forgot to mention Devil Wears Prada too. Devil Wears Prada. Yeah.
I would definitely also really, really, really love to play with Dying Wish. Another band that I would also really, really love to play with would be See You Space Cowboy, and another one would be Wristmeat Razor.
Okay. All right. And I mean like, jeez, I'm just trying to think like. All right, I guess then, design me the headliner and the opening acts. Like what? Let's say you get there's three opening bands and a headliner. What would you organize that list as?
Three openings, so four bands total?
Four bands total. You got your headliner is the band that you absolutely think is the most important one that you want to tour with, and then of course No Soul's going to be right there on. I mean, unless you want, like, you can name yourself the headliners, but no one ever names them. No one ever names themselves the headliners in this question. So
our egos are huge.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to be the headliner. We have to be. No.
Four. Okay, so the headliner for me would be Ymir, and then in the order of the next three, it would be See You Space Cowboy, Dying Wish, Wristmeat Razor, and then us.
Okay. And James, how about you?
Yeah, I would have to put probably Prada as headliner, Dying Wish, Varials, and then honestly, a struggle for the headliner might be Code Orange.
Oh, okay.
For another band, that might be a struggle for the headliner, but I think Prada would still be headliner. Code Orange, also up there somewhere. Though we're not tiering this, but Prada headliner, three other bands.
Yeah, no, I say yeah, no. There's no specific rhyme or reason. It's just you're putting the band that you would want to tour with the most as the headliner kind of thing.
I actually think Code Orange might not work with that. I would say maybe just throw Silent Planet in there. Actually, yeah.
All right. Let's see here. I kind of bounced around and I did not check mark the song or the questions as I went. So, how do you feel the morale for the band as a whole like, what do you feel the morale levels are for the band as a whole at current times? Like, now that you've got your release, now that you've got stuff that's working, like, where are you guys as a band, like, mentally? Like, are you guys still super bonded? Are you holding strong and, like, on the up and up, or are you kind of plateaued right now off of the release?
I guess it's a little bit of a tricky question because obviously the last 2 years made everything very hard, and I think there was certainly a low point of morale that happened sometime within the last 2 years that we've been dealing with this pandemic. But especially leading up to the fact that we just released this, I think I can't speak for everyone, but I would hope everyone's excited that it's out, and I do know that everyone is excited to move forward and try and create some more stuff. Life is crazy as it stands right now, but we definitely don't have any plans to stop.
Okay. All right. And yeah, I get that you can't speak for everyone because you can't feel everyone's emotions about things. But like, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I would hope coming off of a release such as this, it would give a nice morale boost to everyone. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. I say yeah, because I say I can't stop telling you guys how impressed I am with this release. It was like when I saw the teaser, like this is we're dropping something soon. I was like, all right, sweet, all right. And then like I just kind of forgot about it because there was so much going on. And then it came out, and it was at a point where I was going through some stuff medically. I was recovering, and like I was like, God damn, recovery just got a lot fucking easier with this. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
We really
that's
appreciate
awesome,
the
yeah.
kind words.
Let's see here. Holy shit! I think I've touched on like all the questions because some of the questions were like kind of merged together.
Mhm.
So I mean, like, my only other question is kind of weird because like we've already kind of discussed it. It was what is your roadmap look like moving into the new year, as much as you can tell us about it without giving stuff away. Like what does your roadmap for 2022 look like for No Soul?
Big things coming.
Big things
Big
coming.
things
Okay,
coming
okay.
very soon.
Okay. All right, that is completely fair. I will not pry anymore. We're not gonna especially like especially
No. That's a joke.
Okay.
We have stuff on the way though. Pretty
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
You know.
I personally don't think we should disclose any specific details, but we definitely
Okay,
we do
that's
have
fine.
some
That's absolutely fine. I
stuff
get it.
we're excited about that we're working on.
Cool. Yeah, and that's completely fair response. I'm not going to push it because I get it, and like I would rather be surprised, and like plus we don't know what, like, with the new variant, we don't know what is going to be brought forward, so like you never
Yeah.
want to hype something up
We-
and
yeah,
give
we don't wanna
specific
make any
dates
empty
and then
promises.
and then have shit hit the fan again.
Hopefully,
So
everything just disappears and just weight off our shoulders. But you know, it's not like
The next
that.
album is going to be all recorded separately on each one of our iPhones,
Yep.
and then dropped together in an Audacity project.
oh god. It's
And
an
then
Apple
it's gonna
voice
be
memo.
mixed- It's
it's
going to be
going to
mixed
be-
by the guy who mixed Head Trauma.
Oh boy.
And then it's just going to be there.
Yeah. We'll just put it out when it's out.
Yeah,
So,
when-
like,
Or maybe like you're gonna record it. It's not even gonna be mixed together. It's just gonna be like part one, and it's gonna say like guitar.
yeah,
And
part one is just
Part
each
one.
separate one of the instruments.
yeah, it's say part one guitar,
Each part
part
is a
two
different-
drums.
If you want the album, put it together yourself.
It's a build your own album.
I will say this, and I haven't fully discussed this with everyone yet, but I'm thinking the next project we do will take some time to put together and will be significantly longer than, or not significantly, but it will be longer than all the songs that we have out right now. That's the plan.
Okay, all right. So what people can take away from that is there's two ways we could take that because we want to try and stay vague here. So either it's going to be a
It's going to be
long
all
song.
instrumentals.
Okay, all right. I was saying it could either be a really long song or it could be a full-fledged album.
You never know.
And I that's as I'm not gonna question that anymore, and we're just gonna let that sit. um, I guess then as a band, do you have any questions, anything that you want to ask that people can kind of maybe comment on the archive stream on the YouTube video? Are there any questions you have for like the fan base?
Hmm.
I can't. I don't think I personally have any questions. I basically would just say a big thank you to anyone that's supported us and helped us get to the point that we are at now. Even if it's not much, it's certainly um, everything is appreciated.
Well, that and just as much as the appreciation is reciprocated. So, well, I speak for myself, and I know there's plenty of others out there that appreciate all of the music that you put out, and just like all of the goodness that you give to us. So, we thank you for that.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, we love doing it, so.
Um, So I mean, it's up to you. We could continue just playing Apex and just do some gameplay, or we could
Yeah,
stop the stream. It doesn't matter to me. I
we
say.
can we can run a couple games where I don't
Oh
have to
yeah,
think,
all
you know.
right.
So yeah, I
I'll
would say.
certainly run at least one more.
Yeah.
I would say yeah. We'll throw in like a hardcore gameplay right at the end here, so that people
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah,
see us trying
if we
hard.
die early, we're gonna run one more though.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
yeah.
that if we die early.
We just had a 2 hour interview. So if this game isn't gonna if this game isn't a dub, we're gonna blame it on the interview. Our brain is still racked around the
Yeah,
interview.
Yeah,
brain melt.
interview. Whatever you said.
Yeah, we'll go Lifeline again. Are you both
Wow, I
working
feel like that
tomorrow?
was like I feel like that was the longest I've talked in like months.
I
Jeez.
know. Yeah, I certainly have to work tomorrow.
Yep, I feel that.
What's tomorrow? Oh.
So tomorrow's
Tomorrow's
No, I
Thursday.
don't.
Thursday.
I don't have to. Luckily.
Yeah, I get to do my nice. I got my second shift tomorrow into a third shift Friday, Saturday. So
Oh wow.
Yeah, I can't do that kind of stuff anymore. I used to work like 3 jobs and I was working like every single day, and now I only have one. Technically one, but
gotcha. Well, I mean, it's good not to burn yourself out. So
oh, I
yeah.
felt like the burnout kind of contributed to the whole writing process in a
Okay,
way.
that's fair then. Yeah, I just get to go play Choo Choo. So
Yeah, you
Re-
guide train traffic, right?
yeah, rail traffic controller for the United States and Canada.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
There's
Is it
more
actually?
loot inside
It's
here.
fun. Sometimes it's stressful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, big machinery, so you know.
Yeah, and we get all the emergency calls from
Oh
across.
boy.
So like anytime there's an issue with something, we literally have railways all across the United States and on either side of Canada. So
That's crazy. That's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, that's a little too much responsibility for me. I don't know how I would handle.
This game has been straight screwing me tonight. I cannot
Uh,
find anything.
I have purple shield, purple backpack. I'm already set to go.
I had to mute for a second because the dog just came back in and he likes to huff and puff when he comes inside.
He's so cute. He's such a big boy.
All 110 pounds of goodness.
Wow.
Oh, there goes the cat. Now the cat's going. Oh boy.
Let me see. I have a ton of energy ammo over here.
If you find a Volt, you let me know.
I did not have one. That was what I was looking for, but I traded out for a wing gun.
To all of you viewers that are still here, thank you for sticking it out with us and being here with us on the interview and our one dub in our gameplay that was
Yes.
severely challenged by us trying to split our attention.
Yeah. I mean, that was, in
It's
a way, you
amazing
could say
we
it was
got
free,
that far
you know?
into the
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
just by doing nothing. We were just walking around, and then all of a sudden we were in the last 3.
Yeah, we won with nothing. It was a Havoc. I don't know if you prefer Havoc or Volt, but
I have one right now. If I find a turbocharger, I'll be happy. But if not, I am going to get rid of this thing.
I'll keep an eye out.
A lot of people died over here. No. I saw you looking at that.
Yeah, I was about to snag it.
Nope.
I was about to.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Wow, it is insane. It's like just now hitting me that talking that much actually tires me out. Like you should just start a podcast, you know?
I know.
Just
Can't sleep,
Boy.
start a podcast. You'll go to sleep soon.
exactly. It's like a mental workout. It's crazy.
I don't think I have a backpack yet. Oh no, I have a. Oh wait, hold on. That'll probably help not having that in the inventory.
Huh. I don't think there are people here. No, we're good. They might come through here though, actually. Through the big door right there. I don't know how much you've played this map, but
Oh god, I have not played this map at all. The last time I played like a lot was on the release of Seer. I haven't played much since Ash was released.
oh, this is for Lifeline right there.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I played like maybe a week when it first came out, and I don't remember specifically why I deleted it. I don't know. I think my friends wanted me to play Warzone instead, and then I just re-downloaded it and started playing it, and I have not stopped, pretty much.
Yeah, I have such like a scattered repertoire of games that I play that like I just never know which one I want to play.
Oh, I can't even play single-player games anymore after this game. It's just
There's
too
shooting
hard.
going on over here.
Yeah, they're shooting through the wall over here too. I'm gonna grab this care package and we should go through
Pathfinder
the
just
tunnel.
laid up a zip line. There are people coming across right there.
Yeah. I'm grabbing this alternator and I'm coming. I'm on the roof.
Oh,
If I
they're
can get
behind
up
you.
there.
Oh wait, no.
It's 2 teams.
Yeah,
They're
it's
fighting
2
each other.
Back into the. Try and get into this building back here. Back here.
I cracked the Pathfinder, but I'm not
Yeah.
gonna push that because I don't know if he's got friends. I'm gonna drop my care package next to the other care package though.
Yeah, Oh, he's zipping out. It's cracked. Oh, the other team is like helping us right now. No, they're not. Never mind.
No, they are not.
Trying to shoot me.
Yeah, he's got a charge rifle.
We
Hey,
should.
I'm coming, Willow.
Oh boy.
How you doing over there?
Yeah, stay inside the building. Just stay inside the building. Once you get up.
Boop.
We're good here. We're good here for now. but definitely stay inside.
For
Oh, shit.
now. Oh god, Arcstar, I'm fucked.
That's the other team. Come over to this side. Come over to this side, bro. They're coming up, actually.
I have to go outside to get to that side.
Pathfinder's one shot outside. It's on the roof, I think.
Oh shit!
He's coming in my door up here.
There's a Mirage.
I got you.
Thank
need
you.
to heal. You do.
Yeah.
It's a Bangalore here. She might try and res him. Yeah, she's resing him.
I'm just putting on my shield. I'll get him. Pathfinder's
they're
below
fighting,
us.
they're fighting. Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm dead. Oh shit! On this episode of I Shouldn't Be Alive.
Going back on the roof. I knocked 2.
On this episode of James is carrying the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Got them all 3.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Do you wanna get his res?
Yep.
I'm healing. Oh boy. The purple here. I'm surprised that other team did not come out of the little crawly space over there.
Right? Like, why didn't they capitalize on the fighting?
Yeah. I think they're getting shot in the back. Oh, they're yeah. We can push this maybe. You know, walk up there.
Yep, I'm coming. If I can figure out how the fuck to get out there. Yep.
Yeah, they're not in here.
This Y being stuck doesn't really fucking work for me.
Oh, it was terrible.
I can't even switch guns. It makes me put away my gun.
There's one team on the left, one on the right. I'm just gonna keep opening and closing the door. I want them to fight each other. She's stuck.
28 purple.
Yeah.
Oh shit, there's another, there's...
Team on the left, yeah.
Yeah.
I might be dead. I'm probably dead. Yeah, there's another team.
No,
Above you,
I'm
above you.
stuck.
That's fine. I'm just gonna back up here. This Horizon is doing nothing.
Oh, there is yet more people coming from this side.
No, that's okay. Just let them fight. There's a solo Wraith back here, and the right side, and then 2 full teams on the left. Why are you shooting me?
Oh shit. Give me a second. Oh.
Oh, you're good. They're fighting. Oh, she's gonna come over here and finish me. I have no idea how she did that.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that makes sense.
Cool.
Wow, I did shit that game.
That's okay, me too.
I should not have gone out there. I should have not gotten greedy, but, you know, it happens.
Well, alright, y'all. I'm probably gonna pop off myself.
Yeah,
okay.
I am as well.
Alright. Well, I appreciate you both taking the time, coming and playing, and doing this interview with me.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
anytime. It's fun.
And
It's
I will.
definitely
I'm gonna post the archive stream to YouTube first, and then I'll take some time tonight and tomorrow to edit it down to kind of like highlights, so we cut out some dead air time, and
Oh yeah, the voice crack. The voice crack sizzle reel.
I'll put up some. I'll put up like in the top right. It'll be voice crack counter.
I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to scrub through the whole thing just for that. But,
or just like and then times Lennon fangirled. So
we've got 2 counters. Which one will beat the other?
Yeah, just like we'll place bets in the beginning. Which counter is gonna like beat the other counter?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both. Have a good rest of your night.
For real.
Yeah,
You
thanks
too.
for having us. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Later.